everyone. My name is Nilesh. I'm working as an alumni relation manager with BridgeLabz. Today we have a very special guest with us. Suhail is one of old alumni who has just dropped into the office just to meet us. And we took this opportunity to talk to him and get to know his where he is working today, as of today, and how much he has accomplished in the last 7 years from the time he has left BridgeLabz. So, hi Suhail, welcome
Hi.
to our.
Hi everyone.
Hi. So, welcome to our webinar.
Thank you.
So great, and it's a pleasure to have you here. I have very I'm very curious to know about your journey and from the point you started with BridgeLabz, and now that you are working with Quantify Analytics as an associate architect on platform, right? So how the overall journey is? I'm sure everyone listening to us is also equally curious and eager to know about your journey. So would you like to tell us a few things about yourself?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for doing this, and it's an honor to be over here in BridgeLabz. It's like an alma mater to me, and so it was. I started off as a software developer over here, but later I switched on to DevOps. But prior to that, I want to share my experience of how I came to know about BridgeLabz, what my educational background is. So it's like I did my master's from Suhail College of Engineering in electronics engineering, and once it was done, I went to Hyderabad for doing embedded system engineering course from one of the institutes over there. And I came back after doing a 6 months course from over there. I came back to Mumbai, and I was looking for a job. And since I was in a non-IT background, I wasn't giving that much of importance to IT jobs. I was looking primarily into electronics things. And it was when I started doing the coding stuff, I heard about BridgeLabz from one of my friends who was there working, and he had someone over here in BridgeLabz, and he recommended it to me. And I visited over here, and it was my first interaction with BridgeLabz. I found the atmosphere very nice, and they offered me the opportunity to do my internship from over here, and that was great. The learning experience was very nice. The mentors over here helped me out a lot. I learned, and then I got assimilated into BridgeLabz itself. So that is in short about my journey.
Wow. And this was in 2016, right?
Yes, so I joined BridgeLabz when BridgeLabz itself was in its initial years. Yes, so it was taking that steps into moving what BridgeLabz is today. So I was one of the earliest guys who started off as his career, or I would say I started off my journey from BridgeLabz itself. So yeah, I feel honored to be over here.
Wow, great. You had completed your engineering from which stream exactly?
It's from electronics. I did it from electronics engineering, and it was completely non-IT. I didn't knew how to code, basically some assembly language coding and C, C++, which was all there. That was the small stuff that used to happen, the single course or the single exam that we needed to take. So nothing what I have been doing over here in BridgeLabz or what I've learned in BridgeLabz.
So after you completed your engineering, you said you moved to Hyderabad, right?
Yes.
Is it? And how long were you there in Hyderabad?
I was there in Hyderabad doing that course for around 6 months in embedded systems. Embedded systems, yeah.
Oh wow! And so you yourself you said you were keen into joining into electronics
Yes.
Work environment, and then what made you switch to IT?
Yeah, so it's like I wanted, and I was hardly pursuing the electronics field, but the thing was there was a lack of jobs in the electronic department. There were not many electronic jobs, or the jobs that I basically wanted to. There were not many openings that I was seeing. Apart from that, the IT background was lucrative. Right. Money is the best thing, and it's like we are good, or I would say the atmosphere in the IT sector is very nice, and it's like it's thriving in India, I would say. So I got this opportunity, someone referred it to me, and I joined basically the IT.
And you took the leap
I
of
took the
faith.
leap of faith. It was a leap of faith, but I had it in my mind that whatever work that I wanted to do, I have to give my 100% to that, and I would definitely succeed in that. So that was my motto. And when I took that leap of faith, I was like, you have to be over here 100%. It shouldn't be like your mind should then again divulge, okay, we should go over there. So it wasn't there. It was a one-time decision that I needed to take. I took it, and I'm happy where I am now.
That is what matters.
That is what matters at the end, yeah.
Right. So, what would you suggest, for people who are coming from non-IT background? Is BridgeLabz a good option?
I would definitely recommend everyone who wants to join BridgeLabz to join BridgeLabz. That's the simplest thing that I want to do. Even if you're from an IT or a non-IT background, come over here, experience it. There are mentors that would be helping you out. I myself have been working over here in BridgeLabz. I was working in BridgeLabz, and it has been like I did the mentorship as well over here. It made me what I am today basically. People think that while mentoring, you won't be able to focus on other work or products, but I would recommend like do the mentorship training as well and train people, because what happens is the more you teach someone, the more you yourself learn. That's what the important thing is. And I myself got this opportunity. I was working on products, I was mentoring as well, which helped me clear out all my questions, which cleared off all my doubts what I had while I was learning about it. So that's a big thing which you get when we revisit one thing again and again and again. You get a different perspective every time, a different thing. So that's what matters in the end. You can basically go ahead and you can see that with mentorship, if you can solve a particular problem one way, if you are doing mentorship, there are 10 different people that you will be interacting with. You will get 10 different points of view from them, and you will have your horizon widened up over there. And that would be like you get to learn new things about while interacting through others. Yes.
Right. Great. So you yourself have been a mentor, right? But you were also trained by some of our early mentors.
Yes. Yes.
So how did you find them? How would you rate them?
It had been if I would be given a scale of 1 to 10, I would give my mentors as 100. I was, because whatever I am today, whatever I will be 10 years from now on, it will be definitely because BridgeLabz was a stepping stone for me. If the mentors over here wouldn't have helped me out the way they did, I wouldn't be where I am right now. That's the simple thing. So I loved the way they taught me. There was one-on-one interaction that they had with me. They gave me the advice, what I wanted to hear, not what they wanted to give. They listened to all the queries that I had. They resolved it in a manner that basically I understood. So it was like a one-on-one interaction basically gave me a point of contact. Okay, I can go ahead, approach that particular mentor and get my things resolved from him. So that was a very good experience that I felt over here.
Nice. Thank you so much. So how much time did it take for you to get to the BridgeLabz program?
When I joined in BridgeLabz program was around the program was for 4 months. After that, once I completed that, I got assimilated into BridgeLabz itself, where I was, as I mentioned, working on products and mentoring as well. So it was a great learning experience for me. Actually, I would like to describe it over here. When I started off, and it was like Narayan, the founder himself, was having a keen eye on each of the individuals that were there at that time. And it was, he basically assigned them, he identified who all were doing good in what fields and identified their pluses and minuses and basically helped us out over there. And then when I started off as a software developer. It was in Java Spring framework I used to work on. And then later I was assigned the role of a DevOps engineer. So I moved from being a software developer slowly and gradually into the DevOps field, where I learned about AWS cloud. Then I moved into the different tools and technologies that are there in DevOps. So that helped me out a lot, and it's like, it's been a great journey. And I used to visit, I'm basically visiting BridgeLabz because of this. Whenever I feel like I'm losing that hunger for learning, I visit BridgeLabz, I come over here, I interact with everyone, and it feels like, okay, now you have something new to learn and something new to grow to.
Wow. And I can see like all the people, the old people who are still here, they are very fond of you as well. So
Oh.
because every time you come, there, there's always this cheerful atmosphere which you create. So good to have you here every time. Because I see I'm here from here, but this is the second time I'm seeing you here. So I thought, why not document your experience, how it is, and share it with others. I'll just want to know, what would you say? Like, is it worth joining BridgeLabz if you are coming from non-CS background?
Again, I would say even if you are from a non-CS background, a non-IT background, you basically go ahead and join BridgeLabz. That's what I would say. Even I was from as I mentioned, I was from electronics engineering and I had no idea about coding. I came over here, I learned everything from scratch, and it was like each step of the way there were people that were holding me, hand holding me, and getting me one step ahead every time. And yeah, that's how the journey has been. And I loved it. And that's the sole reason I come over here in BridgeLabz, because I can't basically forget what these guys or the BridgeLabz team has done for me.
Wow, great. And how long were you in BridgeLabz?
So it was like 4.5 years I have been in BridgeLabz.
Wow. So
Yes, a
I
long
guess till,
experience.
2020?
2021, February 2021 is the day that I left BridgeLabz. I won't say I left BridgeLabz. It's just that I moved on from BridgeLabz to some places, but my heart always resides over here. That's why I usually come over here and visit everyone.
And so where did you move to?
My current company is Quantify Analytics.
Okay, so from 2021 you are working
Yes,
here in
yes.
Quantify
Yeah, I
Analytics.
took a break of 3 months from COVID, and then I joined in June 2021. I joined Quantify Analytics Solutions. Yeah.
So, and you work there as a platform,
So I started when I joined Quantify Analytics. I was a senior platform engineer over there, but for the past 6 months, I've been promoted, and I am currently working over there as an associate architect platform.
Wow.
So and it's all because of BridgeLabz. I would say it's all because of BridgeLabz. Because
that is where I was trying to come to, like how BridgeLabz had helped you to reach where you are right now.
So it's like BridgeLabz is the only place that I will look up to, even if I have to move forward from somewhere, because the things that I learned over here laid the foundation that what I've become right now. It's as simple as that. All the things that I learned over here was giving me that concrete step that I needed to take to move ahead. So when I went there in my new company, it wasn't like I had to go ahead and do a lot of learning stuff and all of those things, because I've already done all those things over here in BridgeLabz. I was acquainted with it. It was just a little brush up that I required over there while in the initial stages, and once that was done, yeah, I was ready to go over there and work.
Oh, wow. So great. Anything else which you would like to pass on to the present candidates who are still studying in with BridgeLabz?
So I would say basically, if you are over here in BridgeLabz or anywhere around working or doing stuffs, the only thing that I would say is, if you have committed yourself to the IT field and if you want to work in the IT industry, commit yourself not 100% but 200%. If you're there in BridgeLabz, your task becomes a lot easier, because there are people who would be helping you, guiding you, mentoring you along the way, and they would be taking care of you. They would be like your second parents. That's what I would say about the BridgeLabz team that have helped me come over here. And the only thing that you'll need to do is you'll just need to work hard, keep up your learning, and be up to speed, and just focus on your work. That's it. And there would be nothing that would stop you basically from achieving anything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us and giving us your time, and also all the feedback regarding the program and regarding your experience with us. So thank you so much. It was great having you here.
No problem. Always been one for BridgeLabz.